Hi, my loves. How we doing? I'm doing great. Today's message hit me hard. I wanted to say that everything that I share is something that I'm actively going through or releasing. And so I want you guys to know that this isn't me talking about something that's like, I'm already above that or through it or anything like that. These are the current issues that I'm speaking about. So I am right there with you, okay? When I get on here and share videos, that's the exact, I think, intention I have, is to let people know that these are all things that I've experienced and am currently experiencing. And I want to share these things because not everybody has had the time, ability, or circumstances to get the information and knowledge that I've gotten. I was meditating, and today's message was all about a tough one: forgiveness. But God put a new spin on it for me today. I think a lot of people don't look at it from this angle. I kept getting this Harry Potter image in my mind about forgiveness and the train station and baggage, extra baggage. Anybody that's traveled quite a bit or traveled internationally, shout out to Claire. She and I, one of my very best friends in the whole world, went to Australia for 6 months right after college. We learned a lot about extra baggage. Essentially, the emotional equivalent of that is unforgiveness. When you are traveling around with things that are too heavy or things that you aren't going to need. You might think you need to hold on to it because there might be this reason or season that pops up. But in reality, the freedom is what you really are craving, to be able to just hop on a plane or hop on a train, anything. When you release unforgiveness, that's what it's releasing the baggage, and it's saying, I think that I might need this, but you know what? What if I just trust? What if this is holding me back? What if this is actually draining all of my strength physically? I don't think people realize that unforgiveness held in the body is actually going to manifest as weakness, physical weakness, getting sick, getting injured, feeling drained, tired, exhausted. The unforgiveness is the underlying root of it. And if you think about being a solo traveler through this world, the only person that can unload this extra baggage is you. The only person that's carrying it around is you. And if you feel like people are just blowing past you in life, they're doing these things that you can't do, it's probably because they've released a lot of this emotional baggage. And emotional baggage is a very common term that people can understand. But I don't think that they can identify how much of it they're carrying, because it is a subconscious thing. Whenever you're dealing with the subconscious, you're dealing with something that's hidden from you. You have to actually go in there and meditate. That's how you get into your subconscious. Meditating is quieting the mind, quieting your environment, and then going in and trying to ask for the channel to open so that you can see where you're carrying things that no longer serve you. You need certain things to travel and experience this lifetime. But unforgiveness is the stuff that you become like a pack mule. If you are being called to higher, greater things, God's gonna give you a lot of loads on top of you. You're gonna have to get really good at forgiving if you want to get to high places. The people in the highest places are the ones that have released things on a major scale. Now, it's hard, especially when you're in active. You could be in situations where people are actively attacking you, where people are actively trying to hold you back. And God's saying, I know. Don't worry about them. I'll take care of that. You set this down because you are meant to fly free. You're meant to get on this train that's coming down the track, but if you're overweight in emotional baggage, you won't be able to make the journey. So it is so important to forgive. And believe me, I know how hard this is. I'm saying this to myself right now. But the only person that it's holding back is you. The body keeps the score, and it manifests itself in physical weakness. We all want to be strong, mentally and physically. And I'm telling you, the biggest way that the enemy works is by holding on to things that we need to forgive other people for. Because God's the judge and the jury. It's not us. We're not victims of our own life. We're the heroes of our story. So heroes don't fly around with 3 and 4 suitcases full of shit. They're just flying. They're going on guidance, intuition. They're doing their job, flying free. And freedom and forgiveness are connected. So is strength and weakness. Your subconscious mind is being burdened by things that have happened to you in the past or in your current reality. But if you set them down and you surrender, but not only surrender, forgive. Surrender is like, okay, I'm not going to take this. But forgiveness is still taking the emotional baggage of the emotions tied to being angry, pissed off. Why is this happening to me? I didn't deserve it. And you're right. Those are all valid things. But do you want to give that thing or that person the ability to keep you from getting your boarding pass to your next chapter? Hell no. Spend some time, and I'm talking about forgiving everyone and everything you can think of. Go to town. Do it. And say, God, I forgive him. And whatever karma is coming from you, it's not coming from me, because I'm going to be too busy flying around and doing superhero shit. Okay? So that's the message for today. I love you guys so much. Have a good one. Mwah!